Hey, how you guys doing? Ted the Atheist here. Hope you all having a good day. Um, Thought I'd make a quick video here about how to do well in just about any debate. Um, First, a shout out to my sponsor, which is nobody. So on to the video. Um, Now, the important thing, I just put one of my videos here on the background just for something to look at. No sound or anything. But the important things to do whenever you debate someone or get in an argument with anybody is to pay attention to exactly what they've said. Because I can't tell you that it sounds very simple, but a lot of people don't do it. Because if you've been in arguments before in the past, family members or whatever, a lot of people use their emotions and they hear one thing, but then they interpret it as something else. And you'll see this amongst a lot of certain people who will do that. So the important thing is to pay attention to exactly what was said and to remember what was said. Um, Another thing is, let's see what else. I've kind of wrote this down so I don't ramble. Um, yes, remember what they said and how they said it, and very important. Also, it's kind of akin to reading an email. Someone sends you an email and they ask you multiple questions, and you read the whole email and you respond to all questions. That's what people like us do. Okay, I know you guys have emailed people in the past, and they respond to like the last question or something like that. They're not very thorough. They don't pay attention to everything. They don't take the big picture, and I don't know why they do that. Kind of frustrating, but if you pay attention to everything that was said, and you're not going to remember everything in a discussion, but the main points, and you remember what they said and how they said it, then when you respond, you can keep them on track, which is very important. So let's see what else. Staying on topic. This is something that I make them all do, right? And you guys have seen me debate them before, and I do that a lot. I make them stay on topic, and sometimes that means that I have to sometimes cut them off. And I get a lot of flack for that sometimes. Sometimes they're like, hey, you didn't let me finish talking, blah, 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 blah. Well, I already knew where it was going. I knew where it was going. And, there's no reason to continue on with you babbling, blah, blah, blah. Because a lot of times they just like to preach and stuff like that. So you cut them off if you know where they're going, and you just say, listen, we need to keep on topic. And a lot of them like to use analogies. And lately, I've been saying no to analogies, because what are analogies? Analogies are just, believers like to use it as a way as content, right? But analogy is never supposed to be used as content. It's supposed to be used as help someone else understand a point that was made during the discussion. That's it. That's all it's used for. But you see them every day trying to use them as content. And once they start using an analogy, I'm like, whoa, 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 I don't need help with any points. And then they're cut off. And then they have no ammunition, right? Because if we're talking about a topic, we should be talking about that topic. I don't need to be talking about buildings or trees or anything like that, right? You need to be talking about the topic. And that's very important. So you have to keep people, remember what they said, okay? Pay attention exactly what they said, how they said it, and then keep them on topic. And if you can do those things, you're going to win all the time. One last thing I wanted to mention was red herrings. Sometimes I like to go off topic. I can remember back in my early days, and I was arguing with some guy, and he brought up something about Neptune, the planet Neptune, and it had something, I didn't even know what he said exactly, the context, but he brought it up and something about what he tried to make it part of what we were discussing. It made no sense. Today I would never let some off the wall comment like that or something get in my way. I'll realize it has nothing to do with the topic. I'm like, what are we talking about? We're trying to. Here's the deal. You are the layman out there, okay? They need to make sense to you. Don't be afraid of them saying, well, you don't know that, blah, blah, blah. You didn't know this or blah, blah, blah. You're not supposed to know that or this, right? You are the person out there they're trying to convince of something. So you're like, okay, well, why don't you convince me? Why don't you, if I don't know what this is, like you're trying to tell me God exists or something like that, what is that? Like, I don't even know what that is. Like, I hear about it, but I don't know what it is. You want me to believe, you've got to explain these things to me, you know? You, you don't have to be a brainiac out there. I mean, I don't know half the stuff like Matt Dillahunty knows, or, you know, Richard Dawkins knows, or like these guys are like experts in their field. But I do know the basics of keeping people on topic and making sure they don't sway and go off on a tangent somewhere. And if you can just do these basic things, you can seriously just pull the rug from under them, because they need to go off on topics. And it's not just about talking about, you know, gods and religion, about anything. Even if it's like some sort of weird hypothetical bad conspiracy theory or something like that, you know, you keep them on topic and you talk about, you know, a lot of conspiracy theorists, you know, they like to, when you ask them questions like, how do you know? They like to fire back with more questions, making it seem like they're getting somewhere, but that's not going to get anywhere. They don't get anywhere by asking you questions back, right? They have to provide information when they're asked questions. And if they can't do that, if all they have are questions, then they have some BS, right? So that's it. I think that's pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover here. Pay attention to what was said. If you want to be successful at this, you've got to be the kind of person who reads an entire email and responds to all the questions in it, right? That's called paying attention to detail. It's very important to do. You need to get used to it every day, and don't let anyone carry on a discussion, even about little mundane things in life, whether you're at work or whatever. It's going to help you in all areas of life, just to, you know, okay, if something wasn't answered correctly, or you didn't finish covering something and someone starts talking about something else, you'd be like, okay, well, I need to, sorry, but I need to, and you can put on more tact than I usually do, but you're like, I need you to, we need to finish talking about this, because this was discussion and we didn't finish talking about it. And it's very important that I get the answer to this. You know, I've shown many people who I've interacted with in the past how important that is, and then they do it, and it helps them. So I'm just encouraging everyone that if you ever want to debate someone, that these are really good tools to use to get started. So that's it. Peace. Also, I'm thinking about doing other topics too, not just religion. Maybe doing some vlogging on some current issues and stuff like that. I'm thinking about doing like controversial topics. I think anything controversial would be good. Please let me know down on the comments. I'm still getting used to talking to the camera. I'm not used to it, so you might see me be a little not myself. I've got good humor, I think, but the whole camera thing makes me uncomfortable. Hopefully I'll get used to it. But I'm thinking about covering controversial topics and stuff that's going on in the world. And I don't know, let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and hope you guys have a good day.